The leading contender to be the next chair of the Federal Reserve could have another unofficial title as one of the most powerful women in the world, with the least recognizable name, perhaps. Here's our chief domestic affairs correspondent, Jessica Yellen.
Wolf, Janet Yellen is a Brooklyn native, the mother of one, and after a messy selection process, the smart money is on her to become the nation's next Fed chair. Oprah Winfrey, Hillary Clinton, on the list of the world's most powerful women. Time to add Janet Yellen? You ever heard the name Janet Yellen?
No, I have not. No, this is the first time. Yeah. Yes, never heard of her.
Yellen is poised to become the first woman nominated to run the Fed.
Who's going to run the what?
The Fed, short for Federal Reserve. The agency oversees all U.S. banks, ensuring the money supply is stable. It's one of the most powerful jobs on the planet. Do you know what the Fed does?
Don't they regulate interest rates?
Money. Control the money.
They control interest rate and stuff like that.
I do know that. They have two functions. First is to maximize employment, and the second is to control inflation.
Wow! How do you know that?
Well,
Are you American?
no.
Where are you from?
From Holland.
For 19 years, the Fed was run by the famously inscrutable Alan Greenspan.
Increased uncertainty can induce a higher discount of those returns.
Then came Ben Bernanke, the Great Recession, cheap money, and a more user-friendly Fed.
The economic recovery has continued at a moderate pace.
Now the president has to fill those shoes.
Janet.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yellen has degrees from Brown and Yale, taught at Harvard, and got tenure at Berkeley. Her son is an economist. Her husband has a Nobel Prize in economic theory. The 67-year-old has been on the Fed for more than a decade. She's been a trailblazer for women in her field.
At the highest levels in central banking, there are very few women.
She ran the San Francisco Fed, where she was known for standing in the lunch line with her office staff, and for her work on jobs and wages. She recently said unemployment is not just statistics to me. That's why so many Democrats like her. But she's also seen as a pretty safe choice on Wall Street. What have you heard about her?
But she's very steady, and she would be probably continuing the policies of Bernanke.
Now, if she gets the nod, she is subject to Senate approval, but at this point, it looks like she'd get it. There is a good deal of support for her. And I will add, Wolf, that there is no family relation that I know of. She is not my Aunt Janet. I'd point out she spells her name wrong. It should be spelled I-N, not E-N. Wolf.